to Bologna, episode 10. I'm your host, Cyrus Martin. We now have a co-host. I'd like to introduce Lil Darth. Lil Darth, you want to say hi to everybody?
Hello, I'm Little Darth, and I'm the co-host. Is that good? Is that good for you? Does that work?
Yeah, thanks. All right, so you'll notice that there's some changes to the show. We now have a video version of the show. We'll be recording these shows instead of doing them live, and there'll be video podcasts as well as audio podcasts available. You can get access to either one of those from the website, which is bolognashow.com, if you don't know that already, or from YouTube or Spreaker for the audio. I think it's also on iTunes, so the video is not on iTunes yet, but we'll get it up there. So anyway. So, like I say, some changes to the show, but we're going to try this out and see how it works and go from there. So, first up, I'm going to talk about gaming news. What's been going on in the world of gaming, video games. First of all, what happened, the news that came out this week, or I guess it was last week, is that the PlayStation 4 is not only outselling the Xbox One, but it's actually decimating it. They're at 6 million and growing PlayStation 4 sales. Xbox One is at 3.5, which is, about half. A little bit over half, but, maybe really about half if you really think about it. So things are not going well at Microsoft. They're talking about doing a discount, possibly by the time E3 rolls around this summer. They might cut the price of the Xbox One. The other rumor is that they might do an Xbox One without the Kinect, which, a lot of people have been asking for a while. But so far to date, Microsoft has insisted that the Kinect is an integral part of the Xbox infrastructure, and so that you actually need the Kinect. But like I say, the rumors are that may be going away, and the price may be going down. Lil Darth, have you ever thought about, do you have a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One?
No. I don't play a lot of video games. I've been busy, actually.
Well, what have you been busy doing? I mean,
what do you mean? I've been preoccupied. The reason I'm doing this show, actually, I didn't really want to go into all this, but I can. Is that what you're wanting me to do? Talk about this stuff?
I really wasn't trying to pressure you into, talking about anything personal or anything like that.
No. That's fine, if that's what you're trying to do here. I just want to be clear. That's what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to get me to talk about personal stuff.
Well, I mean, people are curious why you're doing this show, Lil Darth, Which, by the way, what are you doing? What is that, Lil Darth? What is that?
It's my fucking name.
No, I mean, all right, you know what? It's a sensitive topic, I guess, so fine, let's not talk about it. I mean...
No, that's fine. You want to talk about it, let's talk about it, all right? The reason I'm doing the show is because there were some issues with me legally, and you probably heard about it. I mean, it's been going on for a while now. We had a trial. I had been going through the appeals process for the last, 3 decades or so. But I have to do a lot of public service. So this is one of the options the court gave me to do this public service. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here.
Well, thanks.
No, thank you, prick. I didn't want to talk about this, but now we are, so there. We'll talk about it more later. How about that? How about we wait to the end of the show and really go into it? How about that? That'd be great for the listeners and viewers.
Look, Lil Darth and I go back quite a ways. So we know each other, and it's kind of unfair to the audience to kind of jump in like this and them not understand, the kind of relationship we have as far as, the way we talk to each other. But you're coming across as a fucking asshole right now, okay?
Well, excuse the fuck out of me. I'm sorry. It's not every day you get tried and convicted for war crimes against the universe.
Okay. Anyway, we'll go on and talk about other stuff. We'll come back to that. All right. So, in other news, in gaming-related stuff, Jack Tretton, who has been the president of Sony Computer Entertainment and been with Sony for about 19 years, is actually stepping down. So they're going to have a new president. A lot of people are like, "Whoa, what's going on? All these people are quitting all these major gaming, businesses and everything. A lot of layoffs, people getting fired. What's going on with the gaming industries? It's pretty volatile." Yeah, it is volatile. But that doesn't necessarily mean all these people quitting or, quitting because they have to or being forced out or anything. Jack, I guess, is going on to do bigger and better things or whatever. Maybe he figured, he's done everything he can with Sony since, we'll leave on a high note kind of thing. Pulling a George Costanza. So I don't know. But he'll be leaving Sony, and then, we'll see how the replacement does. But just interesting. I think there was a story that came out the other day about there's a woman who actually basically created the Uncharted series. And she was leaving Santa Monica Studios with Sony. And she got forced out because apparently the guys that also work at Santa Monica but are helmed the Last of Us, they didn't get along, I guess. So she's sailing off into the sunset, so to speak. I don't know what she's going to do next, but a lot of changes in the industry, things like that. So, another story that's big is Watch Dogs, which has been promoted and a lot of videos, a lot of commercials, a lot of, hype about that game. It was delayed. It actually wasn't a launch title, which we thought it would be, but it wasn't. Well, we finally got a release date, and it's May the 27th. So if you've pre-ordered Watch Dogs or if you're looking forward to Watch Dogs, it's coming. It's coming beginning of summer, actually, which is a lot better than I was hoping. I mean, a lot better than I was thinking. I was thinking it was going to be like pushed all the way to fall, but May 27th. And that's for everybody except for Wii U. So, we'll see if that version ever comes out. Seems like a lot of game cancellations going on for the Wii U. I don't know if you've noticed that a lot, Darth. A lot of game cancellations with the Wii U.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
All right, anyway, so that's what that is. All right, so Lil Darth has a segment that he'll be doing regularly on the show, and this is Hollywood news with Lil Darth. I guess you know a little bit about Hollywood, so that's what you wanted to do on the show. So here you go. Lil Darth, take it away.
All right, so not sure if you people are familiar with who Katy Perry and Miley Cyrus are, but I guess they had a kiss where they kissed each other recently for the cameras, like a publicity stunt. I thought it was pretty awesome myself. But Katy Perry had some things to say about it that didn't please Miley Cyrus none too much. Katy Perry said, "I just walked up to her to give her like a friendly girly kiss, as girls do."
Okay, Lil Darth, you seem to enjoy this story a little bit.
I'm not done. Don't interrupt me. All right, so then she went on to say, and then she tried to move her head away and go deeper, and I pulled away. And then she said, "God knows where that tongue has been. We don't know. That tongue is so infamous."
You have a very interesting laugh, Lil Darth, and you seem... this is somewhat disturbing, the way you're telling this story.
Disturbing? You're the one talking to a fucking doll.
All right, anyway. Go on. You have more to add to this, I guess.
Well, no, I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I thought it was a really good story. You telling me you didn't think it was a good story?
Well, I mean, it's interesting, I guess. I don't really care that much about Katy Perry or Miley Cyrus, but I'm sure there are people that do. I mean, they're highly publicized figures, and we all know Miley Cyrus is well known for acting kind of crazy.
Look, you don't have to like the fucking story, all right? You don't humor me.
I mean, I'm not humoring you, little Darth. What the fuck, dude? Can we just do a show? It's your first episode. It's a good story. All right, I'm glad that you brought some material to the show. Thank you. I guess you don't have anything to say then. Nothing. Not gonna respond while we're on the show right now. You're not gonna say anything. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about some crazy news that's been going on. Everybody likes the crazy news. So, apparently otters eat crocodiles. I don't know if you knew about that, but Yahoo News recently ran a story about an otter that was seen eating a young alligator at the Lake Woodruff National Wildlife Refuge in De Leon Springs, Florida. And it freaked out a lot of people because they're like, what the... That's an otter. A little bitty furry otter eating a crocodile. I mean, that's crazy, right? I mean, doesn't that sound insane to you that this little furry thing's eating this big, nasty, crocodile?
A few years ago, we had a run-in, we might say, with some little furry creatures. They're a real pain in the ass, these little furry things. I don't ever underestimate anything with fur anymore. I don't. So, no, I'm not that surprised.
All right, fair enough. Anyway, so apparently there's a lot of videos that are now going around. You can look at where the otters are eating the crocodiles. So it's it's a weird story. It seems strange, but not to everybody, I guess. But check it out. Check it out on YouTube or various different things. The BBC's doing a story about this as well. So just interesting, I thought. Don't really imagine something like that happening, but anyway, and you just have to imagine this little furry thing carrying off. Anyway, that's fine. We're not going to talk about it. Okay, all right. So let's do that then, little Darth. Let's talk about why you're doing the show. I mean, you said earlier when we were talking, that it had to do with your public service that the court is making you do, I guess. So tell me about that. Tell me what that's like, having to do public service.
Well, it's really not that interesting. But, this is one of the charity events that I do, to help the little man.
The little man, thanks. That's funny. Yeah, I get it. That's good.
Right. So, there's other things I'm having to do as part of my court-ordered service. One of those is I have to clean the restrooms at city parks. That's not fun. I do work with the furry animals a lot. I have to go down to the animal shelter and flea dip dogs and cats, which is hell on my cape, but it's part of what I have to do. It's a requirement, so I do it. I don't like to complain. That's why I don't want to talk about this shit.
Well, I'm just saying people are curious what you're talking about when you say you have to do public service. That's the only reason I asked, okay? But, do you want to go on? Do you want to tell us more about this stuff or not? I mean, we can stop right now if you don't want to.